As the home, this one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26. Now Goff on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Super one.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We go.
On 1st and 10, gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on? Second down.
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Play action. It's gone. They'll roll him out right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw is Wentz. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This is Clement. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Goff. And the open receiver is Robert Woods. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, 95 yards. And the Eagles are now just actually so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a first down throw. Gone. Looking to set for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Wentz to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Wentz now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point,
Philadelphia territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 70 yards on the pickup. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score. The under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Nigel Bradham coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, doesn't it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On 1st down, Wentz. Pass incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Play action. Now Wentz. For the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. Goff again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Completes it to Aguilar. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump
intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Clement, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down. But what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's Brown, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Goff rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. A guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, other side, solid.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This is caught inside the 15. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Well, live to fight another down, right?
Now Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And, you know, in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where script.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. Time right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Play action. It's gone. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the give. Now gone. He'll rifle this one deep right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, but that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run again with Clement. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters was in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else, and my eyes kept going to him. I thought he played the corner position with extreme intelligence, even as an undergrad there.
What year was that?
It would have been his sophomore year at Washington, and he's carried over those same playmaking skills to the NFL, and we just saw him knock one away.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott Good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Throwing now is Wentz. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. On first down, Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Scott. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Four down. Alert. Not like 20. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
They'll run it here with Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Goff now looks to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On the carry, here's Clement. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he coughed it up. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Now, so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run, it's Clement. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by John Johnson. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he's forced out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Rams on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll rifle this one deep right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've done 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Field. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
On the ball.
On play action, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Wentz. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will stop right around the 25. Looking for Woods that time. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have that in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case,